Well, we actually just heard Tom Steyer speak. And look, his messaging was really no different than what we've been hearing throughout the campaign, and that's affordability is front and center. He said, look, people can no longer afford to live in California. It's become a real issue, and that's always been his focus. And he said really his vision for California is that the wealthy pay their fair share, not by charity, but by law. Here's what else he had to say to his supporters tonight.
This race, more than any other in recent memory, laid bare the basic operating principle of American politics, a very uncomfortable truth. Money talks. In this race, we saw what corporate money tends to ask for: higher rents, lower wages, permission to pollute, to price gouge, and to treat workers as disposable. And in this race, we saw the way that money from some of the wealthiest people and corporations in the history of the world, mobilized when I said I'd tax it fairly.
Now you heard him talk about corporations right there. He talked about the corporations like PG&E who have spent millions in ads against Steyer. And he said, look, it wasn't personal. Corporations, he believes, they knew what he could do if he were to be elected. I also want to mention that he walked out to Tom Petty's "I Won't Back Down," and I think that was really the overall vibe and message to his supporters. He's not going to back down. He said, look, they're not just looking at the numbers tonight. Ballots still have to be counted. We know the polls closed just a little bit ago here in California, but they're going to be watching the numbers very closely. But they said do not count them out quite yet. Live in San Francisco, Alex Bell, ABC 10.